Hey everybody, welcome back to Tenza Motorsports. Today I'm going to be hopefully putting this back together the rest of the way. Now it has been a couple weeks since I worked on this because I've been waiting for some parts that I had to order in because I broke some stuff. Now I can't quite remember what exactly we talked about in the last video, but basically while I was undoing the oil pump nut, I tightened the chain and I busted the chain guide for the oil pump. And while you got your timing cover off, you might as well just do the whole thing. So that's what I bought. I'll have the link to this in the description below. I took it out of its original box because I repurposed that box to ship some Christmas gifts to some family. But basically what we're doing is a timing chain refresh kit, and this goes and replaces everything. So I'd like to put all this on and then put everything back together tonight. The other thing I bought was some wire loom stuff because the wire loom that's on this engine is falling apart. It's literally just crumbling into dust. So I'm going to replace a bunch of that, and tonight I'd like to have all this put back together. Now before we get started on this, I do want to mention this jacket. It is a 5-speed, the M3 is a 6-speed. So if you're new to the channel, I have a 5-speed race car, BMW race car that I've been building. It's a 330. That's why this is a 5-speed jacket and not a 6-speed. Just so everybody knows, so I don't get a bunch of comments wondering why I'm wearing a 5-speed jacket while working on a 6-speed. So let's get all of this removed and replaced, and hopefully I can remember how to put everything back together. We are getting so close to putting this back in. I just put the power steering back together and started to make sure that all the lines and everything that are here in the garage are actually on the engine. Now, before we put the engine in to the car, I want to make sure that everything that I'm doing in the engine bay that'll be easier with the engine out is going to be done. So now I'm going to be doing tie rod ends and then the end links for the anti-roll bars. And I believe that puts us pretty dang close to putting it back together. So all I've got to do is move the M3 out from underneath the lift, get this onto the engine hoist, get the clutch and the transmission all put back together. We should be pretty close to putting this back in. If everything goes well, I should be able to put this in today. Well, as you can see, the engine is not in the car yet. I really don't have that many more steps to do to be able to install this. So we're really looking at putting the transmission back on, and then I totally spaced that I need to basically redo the fuel lines. Well, not redo them, I need to swap the fuel lines. So basically everything from the M3 needs to be moved to the wagon, just like we've talked about several times in the series, and I just haven't got to the fuel lines yet. One thing I do want to mention with this Luke clutch is that you do have to spin this weird thing off of it. So I guess you put it on, it comes with this on it, and then you put your clutch alignment tool in there. You put that in there and then it separates. You're supposed to pull that out and then spin this off. It was kind of a pain, and I'm glad that there was a video on how to do it. I'll link that video in the description below. But it was kind of weird because most of the time you just stick the clutch together. There's no like weird special steps. You just put it together. So that's a little odd, but if you do end up with a Luke clutch, that's what this is for. You just remove that after you've bolted it on, or yeah, I'm not sure why they decided to do that. I'm not sure actually if that's how all M3 clutches are, because I haven't done one. Maybe that's a 6-speed thing. I don't know. If it is, I guess let me know in the comments. Just say, hey, yeah, that's how they all are. You just don't know anything. So yeah, I just found that kind of weird. Other than that, I'm very happy with everything that got done today. So I've got everything put back together for the most part. I need to tighten up the exhaust manifold. I left it kind of loose because I've kind of gotten into this. I put something all the way together and then I have to take it back off. And then I put it back on, I'm like, oh, I forgot this, and take it back. So it's kind of going back and forth on some things, and so I didn't want to tighten that down all the way. So I just got to remember to do that. The headers are aftermarket, so there's no pre and post cat, there's just the pre-cat, so I need to trace out which O2 sensors those are. But like I said, today we got the AC pump on, power steering pump, all that put back together. Got the valve cover mostly put back together except for the cover. I do have the wiring on this side. I have it zip tied so that it's not flying all over the place, because I did want to make sure that some of this was in place before I put it in the car so I wasn't fighting it later. I did the tie rod ends. I did the suspension end links, moved the roll bars from the wagon to the M3 and vice versa, so that we're giving the wagon as much performance as we possibly can. And this M3 shell will probably end up being another race car in the future. We've talked about it, maybe building something like my race car with this, with similar spec of parts but different brands, so that we can continue to bring new content and new reviews forward, so that we're not just putting the same parts on over and over and over again, because then we're just repeating content. So moving the roll bar from the wagon to the M3 isn't really going to affect us very much, because the odds of us leaving the M3 bar there is very low. So the fact that we're kind of stripping all the performance of this M3 is going to force us to put performance parts back into it, versus having an M3 shell that has a bunch of performance parts, because that will probably give us a reason not to upgrade anything. But if everything needs to be replaced and is old or not the performance parts, we're going to want to do that. So it'll naturally push us to doing some performance stuff to it. I'm very happy with all the progress we got today. I was a little bit disappointed that I wasn't able to get it into the car, but we've got it on the engine hoist now, off the engine stand. So we're putting the engine stand away, and I got to get the M3 on some dollies. So basically here's what's left. We need to swap over the fuel systems. I should be able to put in the engine, and then we need to swap rear ends, and then I need to do the suspension. So we are reusing the M3 suspension. I do have some new parts for them to kind of freshen them up a little bit, because we looked them over really carefully and nothing was actually broken. This side just got damaged, and so we're just going to make sure that everything is nice and new, put together like it should. Thanks so much for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, check out our Patreon link in the description below to see our early ad-free access of our content. Starts at just $1 a month. Also check out our Instagram, where we post teasers and spoilers a lot sooner than anybody gets to see on YouTube. And also check out our Instagram if you are interested in a Tenza Motorsports shirt, jacket, or any stickers. Thanks again so much for watching, and we'll see everybody in the next video.